All right, hello and welcome everyone. We've got another set from the King of Ireland tournament. This one is in the gold division and it is Pitlja versus Fitheach. So both players in terms of average elo are really close. They're within like 15 of each other. So 1469 to 1455-ish. In the gold division, Pitlja is of course from Anvil. And I don't know if Fitheach is associated with any clan or not. He might be with just the Irish clan in general. But we get to see them face off now in the battle for Ireland, and I am super excited. So let's get to it. So in the orange, in the southwest corner of the map, we have Pitlja. He is playing as the Franks. And in the northeast side of the map, we have Fitheach playing as the Aztecs. So Aztecs versus Franks. Whew. You know, Aztecs not having access to Halberdier hurts late game. Like, Aztecs are going to have to make something happen before Halberdier becomes relevant. Because Frankish paladins are just so hard to kill. But overall, I think this is a favorable Civ matchup for Fitheach if he can do damage in the window that he needs to. He needs to wall up. He needs to prevent scouts from getting in. He needs to prevent knights from getting in. And I think he can do that. He's got forward gold, back stone. So a tower here from Pitlja could actually be quite devastating. Could range this gold and, of course, deny the gold that's outside of his ring of trees. This is Irish Arabia, so players have this really thin, pretty comprehensive ring of trees, but it's deceptive. It's really not as closed as Pitlja's. Okay, he's got his scout on the move now again. Both players doing pretty well in the idle time. That should be no surprise. This is, you know, these people are close to 1,500. So these are probably top 4%. Between top, I would say, 8 to 4% in the world, I think. Pitlja is pushing in his deer. He's going to lure this boar. He's got 2 on... Interesting. He's got 2 on wood so far. What is she doing? Okay, alright. This isn't a boar lure. This is a walling villager, maybe? Okay, maybe he's just distracted. Pushing in a deer. I want to see Pitlja do some kind of lightning scouts build. I like to think that that Anvil crew taught Pitlja some lightning scouts build, and he's going to use it. He's going to make scouts great again on Arabia. Because the scouts, they haven't really gotten much love on this map. You know, this map is pretty easy to wall early on, but the walling is not that high quality. So you can wall, but you're going to need an answer to archers poking arrows over these trees. Because the wood lines are quite thin. But I think it's a good change. Scouts are not as good early on, but they're much better later on, because the map is just so open and it's so easy to run out of wood. Okay, so how many did Pitlja end up with? Okay, he did end up with 3 on wood eventually. He has not taken his boar yet. He's still pushing his deer in. Okay, Fitheach putting up a barracks. Fitheach is a tough guy. This barracks he's not going to put in this gap to close the gap. I don't think he's going to wall, you guys. I'm worried for Fitheach. Let's see. He is Aztecs. I wonder what the plan is. He's got 4 on wood, which is no surprise. Pitlja is now taking is weakening the boar with the town center, luring it in, and then finishing off with the villagers. So he's got 3 on wood, and so that tells me that he is going scouts. He's got 5 on berries. He's pushed in all of his deer for that extra food. And now Pitlja is having a look. He's going to go find his opponent. See his perspective. Finds his opponent's gold. Finds a house, so you should know the town center is pretty close by. Oh, don't die, don't die. Okay, and Fitheach being merciful. Not trying to garrison his town center to hurt Pitlja's scout. So Pitlja has not yet found the he has not yet found the lumber camp. He is at 20 pop and going up to the feudal age. So he has about 16 seconds of town center idle time. About half of a villager on average for both players. And Fitheach is heavy on wood here. Pitlja trying to sneak a villager snipe. These villagers are unloomed, but there were enough villagers to fight this scout off for now. Interesting. So Fitheach giving away this wood here. Just kind of doing a wall like this, and he's going to wall minimally. He's going to wall this here too. He's got a lumber camp going up. He is long distance taking these deer as he is in Pitlja's base with a drush. How did I miss this? How did I miss this drush? Well, Pitlja is just so entertaining with his scout prowling the back of Fitheach's base. This is a 2 militia drush, so it is very fast. Pitlja has not had time to get his walls up. What's he doing though? Alright, he's just he knows now. Fitheach knows where Pitlja's stone is. He knows where both stones are, so I would love to see a tower here and maybe a tower like here or something to deny both stones. But I don't think it's going to happen. As Pitlja is walling this off, I think this is still open though, just to keep the militia from harassing his berry pickers. Frank berry pickers work faster, so taking them off of berries is more significant. He has to finish this palisade wall. And he's got an unfortunate hill disadvantage here. He reaches the feudal age and he is making a stable. So Pitlja is indeed going to go scouts, I think. Unless he does some sneaky fast castle thing that we saw Deponer do in the last set. Where he builds a stable but he doesn't actually go scouts. Alright, so these villagers helping themselves to the sheep here. As Fitheach is causing idle time. He hasn't killed any villagers, but he is 2 villagers ahead of Pitlja somehow. It's because he is... Wait a second. So he just gets up to the feudal age now, and it looks like a villager goes down. So we got KD of 2 here for Pitlja as he's killed both militia, but he has lost 1 villager. So Fitheach throwing 2 militia and an eagle scout into this fray and losing all of them, losing 3 units, but ultimately killing a villager. So I would say that that is worth it. He is 1 villager ahead, therefore, of Pitlja. And Pitlja is going to come in with the scouts. I think Pitlja just dives this town center. I don't like these small walls. Now, having said that, again, either of these players would destroy me on this map. But the scouts just love to dive these openings like this. It's good against if you know your opponent's going man-at-arms and archers and stuff. And it does conserve resources because he's really only walled half of his base. Mark Antel says, lost a villager to a boar. Ah, that explains it. I did not see that. Okay, the scouts are in. Don't ask me how. 2 villagers going down for Fitheach. That is pretty ugly there. I don't know how these scouts got in. There must have been... Okay, there's a hole here. He didn't see. He needs the cubes mod. These spearmen are chasing the scouts around. So both players getting damage in feudal age, which we like the feudal age action. Last game, both guys just... It seemed like they had a gentleman's agreement that they were going to FC, both of them. So this is entertaining. I mean, it was still fun watching their matches and everything like that. I just like to see the variety. Okay, as Fitheach needs to get back to work here. Okay, he's doing that. He has patched the hole, so these scouts now have to run under the town center to get out, and Pitlja losing 2 more and almost losing a 3rd. This one's basically dead. It's got 6 HP left. It'll die to a couple villager. Or a couple arrows from these archers. So it looks like Fitheach is planning on going archers. He's got a single range here. And he has 4 on gold, so that is enough to sustain production from a single range. As we've got 5 archers and 2 spearmen under my selection. But he's sending 1 spearman and these 5 archers forward now. I think archers are the play on this map. The wood lines are absolutely terrible. They're garbage. They're meant to be terrible. Don't you worry. It's not a bug, but a feature. And how close are players to clicking up? Well, Pitlja has the scouts economy going for him. So he's much closer to clicking up. And Fitheach is really poor here with regards to food. He doesn't have enough food to have an... Alright, there he goes, to build another villager. So he is barely sustaining villager production over here. And I think Pitlja is going to be able to click up pretty soon. He does have some more scouts on the prowl over here. These archers coming forward. These archers should have... Yeah, they do have fletching. How's Pitlja on his eco upgrades? So they're both the same. They both got their eco upgrades. With Pitlja getting horse collar for free because he is the Franks. Archery range coming up to deal with these archers. So looks like Pitlja wants to make some skirmishers. This will slow his castle age down. But losing villagers could slow his options in castle age down. And so I do think this is justified. And Fitheach should know about Pitlja's season here. Should know about Pitlja's lumber camps. Let's see if he does. His scouting info. So this is just a spectator bug. So he has scouted that there is a lumber camp over here. So he's going to head over that way, which is smart. As Pitlja is on his way to the castle age. And building a blacksmith now. So Fitheach is getting wheelbarrow, is nowhere near castle age. He has some extra wood. If I were Fitheach, I'd be throwing down farms left and right. Maybe even build a market. This is open back here, but I don't think he's too worried about it while he's on the offensive. So he finds this wood line here. Pressure these villagers. Be a huge nuisance. Take Pitlja off of wood. These skirmishers are causing the archers to back away. Pitlja wants to come back. Skirmishers counter everything that Fitheach has here. But if Fitheach can keep on dancing this wood line, you know, maybe dive, get a villager picked, and then leave, you know, it's going to be really hard for Pitlja to defend unless he deletes a section of palisade and comes out to fight. This is such an inefficient way to take your wood. And Pitlja just has that one lumber camp, or these 2 lumber camps on this side. So Fitheach being super annoying here. Pitlja getting a market down. I don't know what the market is for. Maybe it's just for general use, sell a little bit of food, make some more knights. Castle Age knights are going to come out, and they are going to own. Frankish knights are a huge power spike, as Pitlja is getting scale barding armor. Yeah, so he's just selling off some excess food. And if I am Fitheach, I get out of here. Fitheach, though, is on his way to the Castle Age. He is getting armor for infantry, so he is going to be making pikemen, probably, in the next age. He's a couple villagers behind Pitlja, but so far this has been a pretty competitive game. As Pitlja is making a really nice town center here on this wood. Help him take wood much more efficiently, and these knights should come out looking for damage here. He knows that Fitheach had some archers nearby, so we should go and hunt those down before they become crossbowmen. He is getting the 2nd armor, and once he does that, these knights are going to be pretty much impervious to the archer fire. Archers have 4+1 attack, and knights after the +2 have 4 pierce armor. So each archer only does 1 damage per shot to a knight that has all of its Castle Age armor upgrades. So they are quite bad. As Fitheach is going to bump into these knights the hard way. Pitlja sees them. So I don't know where these villagers were going, but they're not anymore. Is he going to lose 2 villagers to this? Yes, he is. So Pitlja sniping those 2 villagers. And then running away with his knights, using the Frankish mobility. Okay, so Fitheach is taking into Eagle Warrior. He's getting Squires too, so his Eagles are faster, and he's getting Bodkin. He has Crossbowmen now. So what is the plan here? Alright, we have another town center for Fitheach. So both players are going to be on 2 town centers now. But Fitheach is about 9 villagers behind Pitlja, based on the economy damage. And he's got crossbowmen here, but they are being hit really hard by these knights. We've got 7 attack apiece now to these knights, 4 pierce armor, so they do 3 damage per shot to each knight. Which, believe it or not, is 3 times as good as archers with the feudal age upgrades, as eagles and spearmen are coming forward. So Fitheach here with the initiative. I'd like to see pikemen come in. He can't quite afford it yet, but he's getting close. He needs 215 food and 90 gold, so he should click it now. No, he's getting the armor instead. Okay. Both players massing military. The difference is Fitheach is massing in front of Pitlja's base. Pitlja has these defensive skirmishers. I don't know that this is a great fight to take. Pitlja decides it's not worth winning out there. I think Pitlja could have won that, but I don't think Pitlja wanted to win that. I think it would have been a Pyrrhic victory. Meaning the kind of victory where you look back and say, why did I just win that? What did I get out of that? Was it totally worth it? I think not. Okay, Pitlja is putting down a siege workshop on his stone. Pitlja has a lot on stone. This is telling me that he's interested in a cheap Frankish castle. Fitheach looking for a way in. He's got his eagles and his pointy boys and his archers working on these palisades. Okay, there we go. He's on his way in. Takes Pitlja off of stone. I don't know what Pitlja is so afraid of. This number of Frankish knights cleans everything. I think it was a mistake not to clean up this army when he had the chance. Although there are only 2 spearmen here, so Fitheach getting a villager kill. Pikeman is coming in for these 2 spearmen, so they get plus 22 bonus damage against knights instead of the normal plus 15. And Fitheach not adding, he needs like 6 more pikemen here to feel safe. This is, I don't know why these knights are so scared of all this. Okay, and Pitlja is deciding to take the fight now at this point. Nope, backing off, waiting for a mangonel. Fitheach, some of his archers are getting flattened, and this is the cleanup that he wanted. So he wanted to minimize his losses with the mangonel, and he was willing to take a little bit of economic damage to make it happen. So a little bit of eco damage for a little bit better off of a military here. A little bit of a military advantage. These knights are now coming back, and they're going to pressure Fitheach. So is Fitheach ready for it? Well, he's got eagles, he's got pikemen. I don't think he's got enough. We'll see. I'd love to see some monks from Fitheach. He's got the gold for it. But I don't think so. This villager's walling himself in. We've got some pikemen coming forward. A costly victory for Pitlja, as Fitheach just seems to barely have enough pikemen to hold this off, so well played. I did not think he had quite enough. He's got a militia out here. That must have been a misclick. I think Fitheach needs to go monks. I'd love to see 2 forward monasteries, a siege workshop, and all these pikemen streaming forward. Because once Pitlja gets a castle up with throwing axemen, Fitheach is going to need a castle of his own, and he's going to need jags to deal with it. Okay, we indeed have a monk coming forward. Excellent. A monastery. Is this just a monk to collect relics, or is this a monk to attack things? I think this is just a relic monk. He's headed straight for it. Okay, so Pitlja has elected to build his castle over here on the right to secure this wood and this gold here. It won't secure it from archers, but it'll secure it from eagle and pike raids. And I don't think his opponent is going to invest any more into archers. The archers just don't seem to be working out for Fitheach here. Okay, so the Aztecs are going after the relics. Aztecs get 33% more relic gold. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it can add up. So got a monk patching up these knights. Third town center coming down for Pitlja now. Coming down on this gold and on this wood here. And he's sending a bunch of villagers to build it to make sure it goes up on time. So what is the villager count now? Pitlja has a 10 villager lead on Fitheach. But his army is not as mobile, so he can't really move to attack Pitlja. These knights are on the prowl, or don't tell me these knights are going to find these gold miners, and Pitlja is totally going to miss it. Or Fitheach is totally going to miss it. Yes, they do. Well, in a way, this is kind of... He knows his opponent has some mobile units. And we got some Wooloo action coming in. That's what I like to see here. To send the military back to deal with this. Knight raids and mobility, cavalry are just so powerful on this map.
But nay.
It is the open map that we all wanted for the King of Ireland tournament. As he picks off, I think, 3 villagers from that. Monk goes down. Fitheach, you can tell Fitheach would really like to attack Pitlja. He's got the army that counters Pitlja. Pitlja is starting to make throwing axemen though to deal with that. But he needs to do more to secure his resources, I think. At least build some outposts and stuff so you can see things coming. Okay, Fitheach moving in. He's got eagles, he's got pointy boys. Don't think he's scouted the throwing axemen yet. There are not that many. There are like 5, but still, it'll really help. Mangonel tries to get a shot. The eagles are going to take it down. And it looks like a good fight for Fitheach. Losing some pikes and killing like 6 knights. So it's a good trade for him. He finds this castle. Time to get out of here. I don't think eagles do very well against throwing axemen. In fact, I think they get slaughtered. So what is Fitheach going to do against those throwing axemen? If I'm Fitheach, I click up, I buy some food, I click up to imp right now, I buy some stone, and I drop the castle right here. And I make monks, I make pikemen, and I make treads. As Pitlja is still greedily booming here. He's at 96 population. He's probably not too far from clicking up to imp himself. As Fitheach is on his way to Imperial Age, and I really think Fitheach needs that castle drop. Get it up while the throwing axemen are still not that many. Get it up, tread down Pitlja's castle, make some forward monasteries, make some monks, convert some knights. I know, I'm sounding like an arena clown, but he is going to opt for a safe defensive castle here over his gold. Well, I mean, Fitheach is it's a 1500 level player, so he's going to have some answer, we know he is, to these throwing axemen. I want to see what it is. These throwing axemen are Pitlja's solution right now. They counter the eagles and they counter the pikemen, which are all that Fitheach has been making so far. As Pitlja is on his way up to the feudal age. Aztecs are such a gold-hungry civ. Look at this. Fitheach sending more out to gold. But it'll get pretty rough for Fitheach once Pitlja, if Pitlja ever makes it to Paladin. He's basically going to need monks at that point. The good news for Fitheach is that Pitlja does not get Hussar, so mass monks could actually be quite effective. Light Cav are really not that effective against Aztec monks. Fitheach.
Jay?
Bringing in lots of gold. And we see more barracks coming down, so we're just going to double down on more eagles and pikes. Oh man, it looks like that's the case. I would love to see some Jaguar warriors. Alright, he is making trebuchets, so maybe he's making plans to treb something. But I don't see a solution to throwing axemen yet. Pitlja is getting iron casting here. He's reaching in. I would expect Cavalier to queue immediately. There it is. And he will get the armor next for cavalry. Aztec pikes are just... They're just not... They just don't have enough toughness. They're not strong enough. Especially not against Frank Cavalier. Could you imagine the days of the Age of Kings? Where halberdiers didn't exist? Those were the golden years of Franks. As Fitheach is getting plate mail armor. Help keep his pony boys alive. Again, though, we got more throwing axemen here from Pitlja. This is just textbook Franks, I gotta say. Okay, final armor, too. So Cavalier will actually be in before the final armor. It takes longer to research. But Pitlja started the armor after Cavalier. He actually got handcart first, which I don't necessarily agree with. But what do I know? We got another barracks coming down for Fitheach. We got conscription coming in for Fitheach. Aztecs already build faster. Fitheach wants to secure this castle. I think this castle is going to get denied. Although Pitlja has not sent any trebs out. He hasn't even made any trebs. Fitheach has 3 trebs somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, there is an eagle raid back here. Nice. So these eagles cannot outrun the Cavalier. They will get shredded by the Cavalier. The question is this eco damage worth it? Is it worth the military investment to kill the number of villagers that he killed? I don't know how many he killed. But he's evened out the eco KD. Now, he has the same eco KD as his opponent, but those kills came later, so those villagers are less valuable. Garland War's coming in, giving his pikemen more attack. And this is gonna be hard. So using the Eagle Raid to pull the Cavaliers back, and then the pikemen, and he's got some monks in on the action, converting some throwing axemen. He wants to get this castle up to deal with these throwing axemen. Aztec monks are pretty tanky, but these ones go down fast. He must not have many upgrades. Fitheach is pumping out pikemen like a machine. Castle's up, and the trebs are rolling forward, so he is going to siege Pitlja's castle here from this platform, and he's going to use the arrow fire of the castle to kill throwing axemen. And he is going to use his own pikemen to protect his trebs, and he's going to use eagles to raid. These trebs, unfortunately, pathing down here, they're going to be easy pickings for these throwing axemen. Got 4 trebs on this castle, so it will go down. The question is how many... Oh, wait! This treb survives with 8 HP. Nice. These eagles are all over these throwing axemen. Okay, the treb finally goes down. This castle goes down. Fitheach now diving this treb. Got lots of pikemen, got lots of eagles. Good macro from both players. You know, you can tell these players are good players. They're able to keep their military buildings, their town centers producing. This trebuchet goes down. And I would call this battle here a win for Fitheach. He won this battle. I don't know if he's going to win this game, the war, but in the end of the day, Pitlja lost a castle and a trebuchet, and Fitheach lost 2 trebuchets and some pikemen and some eagles. Pitlja is transitioning into more stables. Where's the paladin upgrade? He's saving resources for it. He's pretty close. I think 1,300 food and 750 gold or something like that. So he is expanding his farming eco out across the map. There's one thing Pitlja knows how to do, it's boom. He knows how to make villagers. And he is rebuilding the castle in the exact same spot. Where are Fitheach's trebuchets? How does he know the trebs won't come back and just destroy those castles again? Pitlja up here with a raid of his own, and Fitheach chasing him with a horde of pikemen. So now Fitheach knows about this castle going up. Fitheach apparently has no trebuchets on the map. Is unaware of. I don't know what happened to them. It seemed like two got away. Maybe they got sniped by some cavalry. Yep. There was a big raid up here. As Fitheach is building lots of siege workshops now, so he's decided not to go into trebuchets. I think this is a... I think these are for the throwing axemen. I think this is his answer to the throwing axemen, actually. I think he's still going to make trebuchets to siege castles, but he's going to use these siege workshops to make scorpions, or maybe mangonels to flatten the throwing axemen. As Pitlja is getting some more armor for his throwing axemen, so will help him stand up against Fitheach's infantry. And Pitlja is stonewalling the map. I don't know if Pitlja scouted this. He would have been better off just stonewalling to the edge of the map right here. But he stonewalls this to prevent Fitheach from coming in with annoying eagle raids. And Fitheach building a town center on this gold out here. And going out on that stone mine. This has been a really good game so far. We got some feudal action, and the game is still gone to post in. So now Pitlja is back and he is sieging Fitheach's castle. I don't see any Fitheach is getting cap ram. I think that's a mistake. I think these throwing axemen are just going to eat cap rams. You don't want to fight this. I know that these pikemen get more attack, but these are still throwing axemen. He does take a trebuchet down. Is he going to take both trebs down? Maybe that was his goal just all along, was just to kill trebs. So I don't know what Fitheach's plan is. He's getting at the tough part of the game where Franks have mass throwing axemen and can easily destroy pikemen. Pitlja never having gone into Paladin, it looks like, as Fitheach calls the GG. So just throws his whole army in there. He had no answer to these throwing axemen. But still, a good game nonetheless. A lot of fun. Pitlja was raiding up here with the light cap, so Fitheach couldn't take gold. He had 2 gold miners somewhere. And they were probably over here getting massacred. So Pitlja with the map control. Did Fitheach ever find this gold down here? Did either player ever find it? No. Okay, so he does not know about the gold down here. Does Pitlja know about that gold down there? Nope, neither player knew about the gold down here. So if Fitheach had found that gold, and he almost did, maybe it could have been a different game. But he had no gold with which to make scorpions. But, you gotta have an answer to these mass throwing axemen. But it's still a really fun game to watch. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. So with the first game on Irish Arabia concluded, let's go and check out Glendalough now. Alright, so on the left-hand side of the map, in the northwest, we've got Pitlja. Pitlja is playing as the Magyars. And in the southeast, we've got Fitheach playing as the Indians. So Indians are a popular pick on this map, Glendalough. The thing about Glendalough is there are 2 lakes, one of deep fish and one of shallow fish. Shore fish, if you will. And Indians get a bonus where they take shore fish faster. Their villagers, or actually I think all fish really. Indian fishermen just work faster in general. So we're probably going to see Fitheach come over here and build a mill and take some shorefish. Now, what's unique about this map is there are animals here, and you can actually capture these extra animals. This horse is a great scout, and these sheep are 100 food apiece, and this cow is 150 food apiece. So, in Glendalough, when Ben-Gudi and Shixo played in the Platinum Division, Ben-Gudi actually came down here with his scout and hacked away at this fence, broke in, and then took these sheep and this extra scout for himself. So it was quite good for him. It took some time. It was an investment. He didn't know much about his own base. He failed to scout his sheep and boars properly because his scout was down here trying to break in instead. But he did get extra sheep and an extra scout. So it's hard to say if it was worth it in the end. I think we're going to have to test some more. So what is the meta on this map? Well, nobody really knows. It can be good to dock these fish. There aren't too many fish. There's 11 fish here, and each one has 200. So this is 2,200 food on this deep fish lake here. If you dock, it's like you have an extra town center producing villagers in a way. So let's see here. Both players... No, one player. Pitlja is on the closer wood, and Fitheach is going straight for the large wood line here. This is his home map, so maybe he's got a plan. Pitlja weakening the boar with town center arrow fire and then killing it with his villagers. So Fitheach with 3 on food. It looks like he is doing some kind of scouts build. Be my guess. Whenever I see 3 on wood, I think scouts. I don't know if Fitheach is going to go after the food in the center, if it's going to dock or not. It doesn't look like it, considering that he only has 3 on wood. Now he's walling off this lady on this side so that she doesn't get picked off by the scout. It looks like he doesn't have loom yet. Is Pitlja going to find this villager? Yes, he is. So Fitheach is going to have to send a scout back to try to save her. But Fitheach trying to quick wall. But Pitlja getting that kill. A little bit of greed coming out to the center of the map without getting loom. And Pitlja punishes him for it. But Pitlja definitely keeping an eye here on this. Hey, Viper, he says. Exactly. Keeping an eye on this pond, knowing that the Indians get that fishing bonus. Now, in the past, the way that I've dealt with the Indians is I've built a dock like over here, where they don't scout it, and then make like 2 demolition rafts and come in and just blow the villagers up. That's pretty entertaining. You can kill like 5 villagers that way. As a mill comes down for Fitheach. Guess who just lost a vill and a boar? Oh no! Disaster. Well, we missed that. Fitheach having a rough game then so far. Losing a villager to Pitlja's scout and killing a boar with his town center. These villagers are taking shorefish. Shorefish is the fastest food collection method in the game. Hey, Sandy42 is here. Hello and welcome. And Indians collect them, I think it's 10% faster, so they collect even faster. Fitheach here wants to click up to the feudal age. It's getting close on food. Pitlja is actually a little bit closer. As Fitheach somehow loses his scout, according to Pitlja. I must have missed that too. So Pitlja, 5 on wood. Nobody has tried docking the center, which is interesting. Pitlja is on his way to the feudal age. He's got a barracks down. He's got 5 on wood. So I think Pitlja is just going to go straight scouts here. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to get in and do damage up here. He might be able to pressure these villagers down here on the shorefish. So maybe the plan for Pitlja is, I know my opponent's Indians, I know my opponent is going to be down here on the shorefish. I'm going to make scouts, and I'm going to come, and I'm going to pressure my opponent so that he can't take these shorefish. I might even get villager kills because those villagers are close to the center of the map. As Fitheach is putting up a barracks, he knows he's going to want to make spearmen here
Namaste.
to defend these fishermen. Does he have loom yet? Yes, he does. Help the survivability of his villagers. He's got loom. He's got 7 on berries. As Pitlja is housed, he needs to finish that house before he hits feudal age. Otherwise, he's going to be housed. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's building a house somewhere, and I don't know about it. Nope. Here's the emergency house. Range coming down from Pitlja. Okay. So archers instead. He's got 4 on gold, so it makes sense. If that's the case for Pitlja, he's going to want to consider building a lumber camp on this big wood line down here. Okay, so we've got some man-at-arms from Pitlja. I missed those. I'm not sure why they're here instead of down here. Like, this would be a great place for him to attack. He's ahead on feudal age, so he knows Fitheach isn't going to get scouts or archers out. So what's he going to make? Spearmen or militia? Or man-at-arms of his own? I would be attacking this. I'm not sure why Pitlja is up here. Maybe he'll get in, though. Fitheach is repairing the gate, though. It is locked so that the villagers don't accidentally let the man-at-arms in. So this is man-at-arms into archers for Pitlja. We got the first archer coming across. As Fitheach does have scouts, though. This archer is going to come, and it is going to poke at these villagers that are chopping wood. That's going to be super annoying. So the scouts are out. The scouts are on their way to Pitlja's base to try and do some damage here. We've got a spearman checking him out first. And Pitlja just letting Fitheach have this shorefish. He wants to take him off of wood. There's an archer here. Doesn't look like he's attacking yet. Maybe he's not in range. Does he not have fletching? No, he doesn't have fletching yet, but he should still be able to reach. Okay, he just gets fletching now. Now he can reach. Fitheach forced to build a tower at this point, which is not bad, honestly, when you think about it. The tower will keep these man-at-arms away, it'll keep the archers away, and it'll free up Fitheach's scouts to go and do some damage somewhere else. It looks like Pitlja has managed to... Fitheach. It says he's got 2 eco-deaths, so 1 villager to the boar, 1 villager to Pitlja. Has Orange scouted the shorefish? That is a great question, Sandy42. I mean, he technically no, but he has scouted this here. So he knows that there are villagers forward. And the shorefish would be logical from Indians, as Fitheach is throwing down an archery range. Pitlja coming back. Going to pressure this area. No, fights off the scouts, and is Fitheach... No, Fitheach sees these coming in and does not feel comfortable taking the shorefish anymore, so he is fleeing. Archer coming out for Fitheach. And the scouts are on the prowl again. Going to try to get into Pitlja's base. I think Pitlja's failure to secure this wood line is a mistake. But having said that, he does have someone guarding this wood line. Oh no! Another villager going down for Fitheach as he is long-ranging these deer. What is going on here? He's got some military that he's saving up. Pitlja, where is Pitlja going? Scouts are looping back, so maybe Fitheach's plan is to just wipe out this troublesome army with his own. He's got scouts, he's got some ranged units now. And is there, there's no spearmen left. So Fitheach is starting to farm. He does not have horse collar yet, which is unfortunate. Now on Glendalough, there is less player assigned wood, or sorry, not wood. Well, there's less of that too. There's less player assigned gold, but there is neutral gold in this monastic basin here. So, and there's stone on the top of the hills. So, when I designed this map, I envisioned that players would like stonewall this off, and then castle creep the gold in the center. That's how I envisioned people playing it. But the map is so open that we see all kinds of possibilities. Pitlja's army is just kind of not doing anything here. And Fitheach is free to take this shorefish. He's got 3 on gold somewhere. There they are.
Oh.
So, I don't know, are both players done with feudal age aggression? And Fitheach, looks like there was a big fight over here. How could I miss that? So, let's see, let's check the Eco KD here. And Fitheach not killing anything of Pitlja's over here, but it looks like he lost some scouts. So Pitlja having just enough military and sending his military exactly where it needs to be. To prevent Fitheach from doing any damage. Okay, Pitlja has finally decided to come in and pressure this side of Fitheach's base. So we got an idle villager here as Fitheach is on this gold. I would be evacuating this gold right now. Nothing stopping these guys from just walking 6 tiles forward and killing villagers. But maybe his attention is elsewhere. Alright, here he is. Is he going to lose this lady? No, he actually saves them all. Nice. So he's built a second lumber camp here. Okay, he's pulled his skirmishers and archer up to deal with this so that he can take gold. Oh no, archer goes down, and Fitheach has to evacuate this area. These man-at-arms are good at killing skirmishers. He's gonna bill fight this. Oh, it's not worth it. Does Fitheach know about other supplies of gold? Yes, he does. He's scouted this gold here, and he's scouted this gold over here. So I'm not really sure why he decided to fight that. That is brutal. So Pitlja is almost Castle Age, though. He's going to hit Castle Age, and we're probably going to see Knights from the Magyar player immediately. Although there's no stable, so probably not, actually. Nope, Crossbowman. It's still a big power spike. As Fitheach calls it, he's nowhere near the Castle Age. GG, well played. Pitlja just doing too much damage here, getting 8 eco KDs, or 8 to 0 eco kill to death. And Fitheach having a rough game, losing a villager to a boar, losing an initial villager to Pitlja's scout here. I'm not sure where that villager was going, if that villager's plan was to take the shorefish, or maybe sometimes you misclick and you send your villagers out into the middle of nowhere. I've done that before. So it is a shame to see Fitheach eliminated from the tournament, but it'll be exciting for Pitlja to move on. So we are looking forward to casting his next game in the gold division. So with that, I'm going to close the stream here. Thanks everybody for hanging out, for watching. And as these sets come in, we've got a goal to cast every single one of them. So as these sets continue to come in, we will continue to cast. So stay tuned, because we'll have more King of Ireland content on this channel in the future. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.